So, quick update on the crypto markets. It looks like we are having a pullback that kind of started yesterday. It's kind of the same implications for crypto markets, and all that I'm going to look, it's going to be Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. These are my top four for right now that I wanted to focus on, and we are pulling back in what seems to be a wave two or a wave four. So no matter what, I think we're going to go to a period of chop and sideways movement, consolidation after the pretty strong move that the cryptos had ever since end of January, beginning of February, right? So on this wave count, I have wave one complete, and we're going to be pulling back in two towards the middle of this line back here. And then we should go back in 3, 4, and 5. If this wave count is correct, I'm expecting this is an A, B, and C. If I go to a 6-hour chart and to this other wave count, same implications. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this one, I have the wave 1 here, but it still shows a completion of a wave 1 with a pullback in 2, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, very small 5, and you can see the corrections are getting smaller and smaller, right? So wave 2 was larger, wave 4 was smaller, and then wave 5 here had a very quick bounce up followed by a pullback. So if you go to a Fibonacci relation between on the wave 2 pullback, 618 comes at about 3667, 78.6 come at about 3530. So if you're pulling further than 786, although it's not invalid unless you get below the beginning of the wave 1, I would start to be worried and just think that the downside, it's going to accelerate. So keep an eye on these two levels, 618 fib and 786, between 3667 and 3530 for a pullback. Because what might happen here is that we're going to go up here in this wave A, and then possibly drop down into wave 2 before we resume higher. So kind of keep an eye on this consolidation area. This could be a wave 2 or a wave 4. I think I have it as a wave 4 in this count, where I go 1, 2, and instead of having this as a 3, 4, and 5, this would be 1, 2. This is the whole wave yellow 3, which subdivides into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We completed third, and we're in wave 4. Now, this wave count becomes invalid if we are moving below this level, 37.35, because this is the top of wave 1. So this wave 4 here cannot come below this, and you can see how nicely the move kind of stopped here. But if this goes, as I've showed you previously, A, B, C, and then we drop down, this wave count here becomes invalid, and then we're going to move to a 1, 2, and then go back up. All right, so I hope this is clear. This could still be a wave 4, and this can get choppy and sideways, and then we can move up into a 5 to complete a larger wave C, as I have it in this count, but it doesn't really matter for us. It's just showing this pullback that's happening right now, and it's kind of choppy. So this is in Bitcoin. Let's go to Litecoin. I think in one of my previous videos I've had, and we were focusing on this pullback here to the line before the move up. It looks like this move completed, and it's very close to the top of this channel. And if I go into a little bit higher time frame on daily, I think I was mentioning that this can be an ABC up, where wave C equals the length of wave A, and that is at about 56. No, it's whatever there was there. I think it was 56 or 55, 50, something like this, and we achieved about 54.50, so about $1 before that, and it's also kind of coincides with the top of this channel in wave C. So now we're pulling back. So you can actually count here 5 ways. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now we can get a pullback. And same as in Bitcoin, we can go here a little bit sideways, maybe like this, and then come back down towards the top of the channel, towards the bottom of this channel, and then probably shoot up. This level here, it's extremely important, and as long as this gets taken out, we can still chop around for a little bit. So if I go on this one, it's kind of the same. I've just made multiple channels here to show where the levels of support come in. It's very important when you have kind of a trending move upwards to try to put this these channels that show where the price is, and then they can kind of guide you when where price is attracted as it moves up into this channel. So, right, we can actually be pulling back here, and it's still very, very valid, right? And this wave 4 can develop continuously, and as long as we don't come below this wave 1, which is at about, I think, 34, we're still valid on it. And usually the wave 4 pullbacks, like this green wave here, usually it's about 34% pullback of the whole third wave, right? So if you take this wave here, wave 4 usually pulls at about 38%, and it's kind of in line with the previous wave 4 that we have here. That's kind of how the market moves and structures to a previous wave of previous count of a lesser degree. So it comes here, and then we can go back up higher, right? So keep an eye on Litecoin. Ethereum. Ethereum is a little trickier here because, and I still, just as in Bitcoin, I have it labeled as a wave 1 up, right? So we completed 1, 2, 3, 4, triangle 4, go up in 5, and this can be an ABC. So exactly, pretty much the same as in Litecoin, kind of coming back down here to a 618 before we resume higher. This wave A was pretty sharp, so you got to have a 5-wave substructure inside there. So if you go to a smaller time frame, you can probably count that. On this one, I've had it as the wave 3 was still unfolding, and it could still be, this could be a flat correction, although I don't really like those for the wave 2. So if this is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, and then we pull back in 2, this can be 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then go back up higher. I don't have a lot of confidence in this wave, but it's something that I like to look at and just to kind of confirm my other analysis that we are still indeed in a correction. All right, this is on the daily. We were still, and I think in one of my previous videos I mentioned this, I'm still kind of, tracking this move towards this 100% equality, which Litecoin already almost reached, but not in Ethereum, right? So we're still in the midst of this formation where we're going to chop here for a little bit and then try to go back up higher. Okay, then on Ripple, I got stopped out on my trade. So if you guys follow that through some of my posting on Steemit, you could see that I've had the latest stop loss that I've raised was about 31.59, just below this wave C pullback, and I've added another entry here, and then we completely reversed, and then I got stopped out of this. So this is no longer valid. I think I've made about a cent, 30.56 to 31.59 in the position that I've had, which was, not bad. So Ripple, it pulled to the bottom of the channel again, right? So you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, I think, and then another 1, 2, because this looks like a very nice zigzag. So we have to see, right? You have 1 A, B, and then pull down in C, and then it can start moving higher. But with the rest of the cryptos being in a little bit of a choppy mood and wave 2 or wave 4, got to keep an eye on Ripple and what happens here. So this is the count, and then what I've done here is I've kind of put a corrective channel for the higher move on a 6-hour chart, and you can see how the price kind of follows this. So we've been flatting through here. We're not making lower lows, and this is this channel that I have here zoomed in. If I go to a 6-hour chart, you can see it probably better on Ripple, if my computer decides to do that. Okay, and I've kind of showed the impulsive moves here, right? So you have, this is an impulse, 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 and this is a corrective move coming towards this wave. If we're breaking this lower, then everything changes. So if you want to trade this, just keep an eye on this level, 29.80 in Bitcoin, and then the next one down is 28.50. So but for right now, I still like the bullish chances. I think this is a nice zigzag, and we can be moving sharply higher when the other cryptos confirm. So this is just a quick update. I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks. Bye.